Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 4. I have so much plans. I'm going to show you me building this tower that I'm standing in, building some support walls in the village, and there's more stuff that I haven't done yet that I need to get to, like building that library. I do have one villager with the mending, and we'll be putting mending books on my tools today. That will help me be able to get the resources for the library. So I hope you enjoy the start of this episode. So here's my tower that I just built with the villager breeder that used to be over there on that flat part. Um, it was starting to break a little bit because the new babies being born were claiming the beds still and not unclaiming the beds from the breeder. So I had to move them 100 blocks away, and this is how far 100 blocks brought them. So it brings them kind of really close to this pillager outpost, but not too close that the people are roaming around. Um, so I'm thinking for like a story is that this village was here first, and then all of a sudden this pillager outpost came up. They and the villagers came to explore it, figured out that these guys were not friendly to them. So what they did for protection was built this tower to kind of keep an eye on them, not necessarily to cause trouble, but just to keep an eye on the pillagers for their own safety. And yeah, so I'm thinking that we can kind of have a fun little story along with the area. And I'm thinking that we can go and put those mending books on my tools now. So gotta run over here, and I can show you the barrier walls that I put up. And I also have terraformed a little bit more, and then there are all the villagers that have grown up from being babies, and this is where they come out to. And this is just to keep the water from flowing out, but I'm thinking that a cool idea could be that we have fireworks that come up when a baby crosses that pressure plate, but we'll see. if I end up doing that or not. But yes, it's nice to see villagers in this town again, and I did get rid of a couple of those other houses, and then our mending villager is in there. Oh, and looking at my levels, I might not have enough levels to put the tools mending on my tools, but I have a few tools with mending on it. And then I should also let you know that I have a couple of smithing villagers in here. I traded iron with them since we have that iron farm to be able to get enough emeralds to buy the mending books, because they're 26 for mending books. So let's try and do at least one pickaxe and one shovel. I might have enough actually to do this. Well, I'm breaking, okay. Do that, and I probably don't have enough anymore. Nope, so let's see. I can trade a little bit of iron, probably to get just a little bit more to have enough. Quickly trade with them. Plenty of levels. Trap them back inside so they can't get injured since I actually traded with them. So let's see. Mending. Okay, got the right thing. And now I'll just have to repair those, and I'll do that off camera, and then I'll get the supplies for the library, which I do have marked out with these dirt blocks that are now grass. So this is probably going to be about the size that the library is, because I plan on having quite a handful of villagers, and so they're going to need a lot of space to have their workstations. And I might have like a little loft upstairs for them to sleep, even though in the past I've noticed that villagers will change beds, so they might not stay sleeping in technically their area, but that's fine. It's more for a story effect than actual function, I guess. But yeah, so that's what I've got so far, and then I guess I'll come back when I have some more supplies, or I kind of can't really remember exactly all that I wanted to do on camera, so I'll try and figure it out. Okay, so here's the library. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted to build it, so I went into creative mode to try and figure out a good style, and I like how the windows turned out, although I feel like... Oh, right. There's no glass in here yet. I'm going to have to go get sand, smelt it, and get the light gray and gray dye for the window panes. And obviously the inside's not decorated yet. It's gonna probably take a while. I don't know exactly what I want to do with the floor yet, but we got the building up. That's definitely a start. Also need to finish the roof, which I might actually change it from the bricks because it's just so bricky, I guess. So I might change the texture of the ceiling with a different block, which is also the floor for where the villagers will sleep. Up here probably won't be quite as decorated. They'll just have their beds in this section so it's tall enough. And then they have a staircase on both sides, so it should be easy for them to figure out where to go up. And yeah, so that's the library. If you have any ideas of how I can decorate this, of course I'm going to put the lecterns for their jobs and bookshelves in here. But like if you have an idea for the floor or maybe a configuration to have the bookshelves, I'd love to hear your ideas, and maybe I could incorporate it into the library somehow. Now, so far we do have quite a bit more time in the video. I feel like I didn't have as much opportunity to record this week, except for time lapses, because there wasn't really any time to be quiet, but I finally have quiet time this week to be able to record, and I'm thinking of starting the town center. I put the bell out here because this is approximately the center that I want, and then we're gonna make our own version of like the villager trading center, so we're going to make our own booths, and I'm thinking that we should only have booths themed with things that's already in the town. So like we have a garden center, and I'm thinking like that's just a small bit, but this can be like the town's garden, but then they also get the majority of their food from the big farmer that's gonna live down there, but they help transport it to this area and then they bring it to the market from there. That's kind of the lore theme idea that I was having. So I'm thinking that we should try and build the farmer's market booth first, since that was the first thing that I built in this town, and it's also, I think, kind of the easiest to try and figure out. But yeah, so let's think of things that we could have. I think logs and stairs. Ooh, maybe even stripped logs. I'll experiment with that. For the frame of the build, let's see, we'll want some picture frames, although I don't think I don't have any leather. I have rabbit hide, but I'm saving that because I think I have a plug-in for bundles that I haven't tried yet, and I'm kind of wanting to try them at some point. But anyways, might have to get some leather for item frames to have as item holders. And then where are my sticks? Because I also want to make let me think a second. Armor stands, because I have the armor stands plug-in from Vanilla Tweaks, which I absolutely love, and I think I have a pretty fun idea of what to do to display stuff with armor stands. And I do believe that we need smooth stone, like the actual smooth stone, not this smooth stone. We need the actual smooth stone slab to be able to... Let's see, do I have any coal left? Doesn't look like it, so I'll just use some wood, I guess. But yeah, I'll cut you when I have the materials that I think I'll need, and then we can start building. Okay, so I've got some stuff. Um, let's get started with the frame. Oh, I also want green dye. I'm waiting on green dye because I want to do a yellow and green to kind of represent plants. Like the wheat's yellow. A lot of things have green tops if they're not all green plants. But we can start out with the frame. I think this is about where I'd want the villager to stand if they were to stay here. Let's only do about 3 high. And then let's get stairs for the bench. Like that. And then I wanted to do something with this with armor stands. So let's get out an armor stand. Oh, I guess I kind of also need the armor stand book. I'll need to get that. Let's go make a book real quick because I think I should have everything for that. Maybe over here. We got an ink sac. I don't see any feathers, so I'll need to go find a feather. And then I do have books, so I believe in this one. Guess I only had 1 book left, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to need to go find a place with or find a chicken to get some feathers. Okay, got the book and quill. Now, I believe we just need to do anything, and I think statues? Okay, did it correctly. So this book will help me manipulate the statue to do what I want. So first, let's do... I think we can hand it a wheat right now. Okay, nope, we need to do right click near it, but not directly looking at it. Show arms, yes. And then we want gravity, no. And then we want it to stay invisible for now. No. Okay, now let's hand it a wheat. Okay. Can we hand it 2 wheat? Doesn't look like it. Let's have it. Main hand to off hand. Let's do that one, and then we can hand it another wheat, maybe. There we go. Then let's try and preset pose. Let's do joyous. Not a very good pose. Stargazing. That's good for one hand, but not the other. Winning. Nope. Let's see. I want it to look like it's sticking up out of the composter. That's a good position for the one. Maybe I should only focus on one hand, I don't know. We can individually adjust arms so we're wanting to do... Yep. Okay, so let's keep doing that until we get the height that we want. And actually, let's do... how do we copy... Can't remember how you copy the things. I'll have to remember that some other time. So let's just keep raising the arm. Okay, I think that's a good position. Now let's bring the left arm... No, let's not do that one. Put it back. Okay, farmer, you're really getting in my way here. Shoot. I want the hands to be brought closer together a little bit. That's just twisting it, although I don't dislike the look of that. Let's try that. There we go. That's closer, and we can put in more than one armor stand. So now we need to, let's see, nudge. So, y coordinate, we want it to go down. Let's do down 3. Okay, let's try down 8. Okay, so then it will be just sticking out, and then we want to nudge it backwards. Okay, that's a good direction. Okay, so there's a couple wheat, and then we can also make this armor stand invisible, so then, no. So now it's just wheat. And we can do a couple more of these armor stands, so then we can have a huge cluster of wheat just sticking out, and maybe we could do some carrots or beetroots or just any of the vegetables, because I want this to be a plant farmer stand, and then we can have like a meat farmer stand or a butcher stand later whenever we get to that, because I do think of them as different since they have those two specific different jobs. But yeah, I'll do this a few more times and then we can finish decorating the thing. Okay, I got the carrots and the wheat in. I think it looks okay. And I did grow up some compost, so it doesn't look completely empty. But from the angles, I think it looks good. And then I'm about to place some hay bales, because I think people would like to buy those if they're needing to feed animals, or maybe make a bed out of it. I don't know. Let's see, I want to get some beets and potatoes to put out there, so then it looks like you can buy those as well. Like that, so they can't escape. There's some beets, except I really only need 1 or 2. And then potatoes, 1 or 2. I don't know about pumpkins and melons yet. I don't think I have, any right now. But I can most definitely get some later on. But for now, I think this is a good start. So let's do that. And then we can do /trigger if invisible. Enter, and then, yeah, there we go. I do still need a couple more item frames to display stuff. So, a couple more item frames. get that out of my way, and I'll do potatoes. Like that, and then we can do, there we go. And then do that. I believe we can also lock these. Oh, darn villagers pushing me out of the way so it didn't work. There we go. So, yeah, perfect spot, villager. Now I just need to get the green wool, and I think I'll have the white be temporary placement for now. Because white does look good with it. I think Mojang made a good choice to have the villager spawn with these colors. And then I want to do one up. And I think this will be the stand. We'll see how green or light green looks. I do still want to try it. And then could probably do this for the back. You're in my way. Scooch. Like that. And then I have an idea that I want to try real quick. Let's see how that looks on the back. So then it looks like it's kind of being held up, maybe. Like that. I think that looks okay. This texture just looks really flat. There. I think that looks good. But let's not do the inside ones because then I run into issues. There, I think that looks okay. It'll probably hang too low, but I was almost thinking about having banners hanging down the front, like it's a front flap to block from the sun coming in. But this might be too low to do that. We'll see. I'll try and make banners later to see if it looks good. But I think I might try and end the episode here. We'll see how much time this takes up in the video. And if this is the end, then I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.